Alright, this is Psalms 27 and 5. Man. It says, for in the time of trouble, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion.
That's spiritual.
In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me, shall he hide me, he shall set me upon a rock.
He shall set you upon the rock, man. Going back to Proverbs 18 and 10, the name of the Lord is a righteous tower, and the name of the Lord is a righteous tower. And
I get it.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and it's safe, man.
I got it. I got it, brother. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord, Yahawah, by Yahawashi, is a strong tower. The righteous run up into it, and it's safe.
And the righteous run into it, and it's safe, man. So he's going to set you in that pavilion, man, up under his wing, up under that cloak of his righteousness, man. And he's going to protect you, all right? That was it on that up?
That was it.
I got free stuff.
Alright, this is going into the rock, because you know the church think they got a rock too. Alright. This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 29. Is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? Alright. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophet that saith the Lord, that steal my word, every one from his neighbor. Behold, I am against the prophet that saith the Lord, and use their tongue to say he saith.
Alright, that just go back to Deuteronomy 18 again, man. A prophet that set up that wasn't commanded by Yahawah to go out and prophesy, man. Alright, so if you out here teaching and you're not supposed to, man, you're gonna be destroyed. Whether you teach in the name of the true power or of any other deity, man. Any other gods, man, you're gonna be destroyed. Alright?
Because you can know the name of the Lord, right? Because it said, whosoever should call upon the name of the Lord should be saved. You can know the name of the Lord, right? If somebody could get that before they say, Lord, Lord. You can know the name of the Lord, but you teaching the wrong doctrine, and you teaching about still calling on Christ, right? But you teaching our people that they are the Israelites, you going off, man. Or if you teaching the name of the Lord, but you saying you can take the RFID chip, you going off, man, because according to the scriptures and Revelations, it says if you take that RFID chip, you're going to be destroyed, man, by fire and brimstone. You got it?
This is Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Not everyone that say, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. Say unto the Father and the Son, man. Because you have these Christians, they saying, Lord, Lord. But the Lord said, just because you're saying it, you're not going to enter in the kingdom of heaven, man. Because he says, he that say he knoweth me and keep not my commandment is a liar, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So you can call on the name of the Lord, but if you're not keeping his commandments or keeping a true doctrine, man, you're not going to enter in the kingdom of heaven. Keep going.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
He that doeth the will of my Father. He says what? He that doeth the will of my Father is my what? My mother, my sister, and brother. So you got to do the will of the Father to be a part of his family, man. Because if you're not being a part of his family to do the will of his Father, right, and being disobedient, you're not going to enter in the kingdom of heaven. You're just a rebellious child, man. That's not going to, you're just a rebellious child, man. Keep going.
Verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
And that go back to saying, you can know the name, right? Keep going.
And in thy name have cast out devils.
Yep.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
Yeah, done many wonderful works. You can get a lot of congregation bringing in people, but you're not teaching them the correct way, man. Because it says the blind lead the blind, both of them should fall into a ditch. Keep going.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
And that's what the Lord is saying, man. Because many people say they know the Lord, but the Lord going to say that in that day, man. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, man. And that's flat out to the point.
You can bring out that precept up.
Alright, this is Romans chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahawah has taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right, so basically, all these people that are of Israel, that are claiming to be Israelites, alright, are not really of Israel because they're not setting out the right vibration. Alright?
That's why he says the nation Israelite indeed.
Yeah.
Behold, a true Israelite. That's what it really says.
So with that being said, they falling on the wrong vibration and they have the wrong foundation. They don't have the solid rock. Alright? This stuff is like mushy concrete. That was it.
Alright.
I got a precept. This is 1 Corinthians chapter. You have one?
No, bring that up.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 8. For if the trumpet gives an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So, like the brother just said, just because not all Israel is Israel. So if you're going off on the doctrine, you're giving off an uncertain sound, man. That's not the correct doctrine. The ones that giving off the correct certain sound is the men of GMS, man. From all the way down, man. We have the 100% truth, man. So we preparing our people for the battle, man. We preparing them to get wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of your time, man. Call on the Father and the Son, true name. Pray unto Him. Go present your body as a living sacrifice. You get ready for the evil that's going to come to the shores of America, man. That was it.
Man, your mind. I got one.
Finish him. Hey, finish him.
This one like 4 verses, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, or verse 3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah, to the pulling down strongholds. So I read the scripture to go back to what Kanat said about what's the scripture? Jeremiah 23.
I think so.
About Yahawashi being a hammer, and he, you know what I'm saying, tearing down the rock.
Yeah.
So those other rocks that's not of his rock, which is Yahawashi, the true power, those rocks gonna be tore down. You know what I'm saying? Those strongholds gonna be tore down, broken to pieces.
Come on, I got a precept. That's like your dollar, your false doctrine, everything, America, everything that's a stronghold. Come on.
Your weave.
Come on, I got a precept. Weave.
Weave.
Alright, this is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahawah is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So basically just backing up what the brother said, man. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. We come out here and fight with these swords, man. These spiritual swords, these Bibles, man. Going against word for word, man. Going forth that spiritual battle. Because y'all throwing out swords to our people, man, cutting them up and destroying them. You know what I'm saying? Giving them that path to destruction.
Alright, this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places.
And that is so true, man. Because you can see the carnal flesh, but it's the spirit that's on that in them vessels that we battle with, man. Because like we said, our people are spiritually sick, so we gotta battle them demons with this word that wash them off, man. To cut that wicked spirit to get off that vessel, man. But it's a constantly ongoing thing, right? But like it says in Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. Who run the world? The Bank and Elite family, the Rothschilds, the DuPont, the Getty, because they are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. They are the Edomites. You see what I'm saying? They run this world. It's not but wickedness off their vibration, man. And they teach nothing but lies and false doctrine, man. What happened? Oh, you talking about all the Edomites?
Oh yeah, you gotta catch the whole scene. Yeah.
All the Edomites, and that was famous Rothschild. Edomites.
Edomite.
You can bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 14. It came back to this again, bring this back up. Good is set against evil, and life against death.
so is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Because you got one righteous, you got one wicked, man. You can't have yin without yang, you got to have both, man. But that righteousness go outweigh that wickedness any day, man. Because righteousness is always going to succeed. You know? That was it on that up?
And not only that, man, we are the God that, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that you see around the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth and sincerity, we are that good. We that light. So we must fight against this spiritual wickedness in high places, just like the brothers brought out. So therefore, man, this is our job to do this. So we don't supposed to slacking, you know what I'm saying, slacking, handling business, man. We're supposed to get out there and get the job done. If we don't do it, if we don't do it, who's gonna do it?
Because we are soldiers for Yahawashi. We are warriors for him, man. You know, even though we are sheep dwelling amongst wolves, we still have that lion spirit dwelling in us, man. So we come out here to do this work, man.
That light was put into a few, so it can be spread out to go wake up the rest of the few, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the few of the nation of Israel gonna be saved.
This is Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek Yahawah till he come and rain righteousness upon you.
It's time to seek Yahawah. Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, back to early, seeking while he may be found, man. Because you got this famine of word coming up. If you ain't seeking him now, you ain't gonna be able to seek him later.
Right, and when you breaking up the ground, like before you plant the seed, you gotta break the ground up first. You see them digging into the ground, they break it up first before they put the seed in. And they water it. So he said, break all that bullshit, that hard ass head of yours up. You know? Turn back to him. It says, ye have plowed wickedness. That's that plow. But he said, now plow towards the kingdom. And ye have reaped iniquity. Ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou trust in thy way, in the multitude of thy mighty men. They're not trusting in the Most High, they're trusting in their own way. I got one more for you. This is Ezekiel. He said, look. Yeah, right?
He said, stop.
That's deep.
He said, stop. Because the little child keeps telling him to stop, man. That's spiritual.
This is Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even until this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. That's why he said, break up that fallow ground. Hard-headed. I do send thee unto them. And thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahawah. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the confused faces are rebellious people, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end, at that last moment, at that end time when it's too late, well, they go realize they should have took heed to those men that was out around the four corners of the earth preaching this truth. Because then where they know that the prophet was among them, because what those prophets were teaching is now starting to come to pass. And then that's when their senses go kick in. Damn, I should have listened. Oh, somebody.
Alright, this is verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and though thou doest dwell among scorpions. Basically, our people are scorpions, man. They'll sting you with their poison. They try to get into your head. They'll teach you all these lies, man. Alright?
or tell you that you're wrong for teaching the truth. Right? Trying to warn them from the destruction that's coming in. Hey, you got to break this down, yo. Come on. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Because our people are a rebellious house. So we're not afraid of their looks. We're not afraid of the things that they say, man. That's why we still come out here boldly for righteousness' sake, man.
That just go back to stand boldly in the faces of those that afflicted us. Our people also is the ones that afflicted us, man. Not just these heathen nations, but we get more backlash from our own people than we do any other people, man.
For a prime example, the Jews used to when Paul and Barnabas was going out teaching the word, and they seen the multitude was following behind them, the Jews, which is our own people, was raising up uprise of the people to go bring to execute them, man, to kill them.
Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. So we go out and teach whether they hear or whether they forbear, if they get it or not. Man, that go back to Romans 3:3. Just because they don't believe, shall I make the belief of Yahawah without effect, man. You know what I'm saying? So we just go out and tell you if you listen or don't, man. Because at the end of the day, it falls in your hands, man. You had the chance to take heed to it, but you didn't. Right? Paul said he spared none. He don't spare nobody. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Going back to earlier, man, put the foolishness of men to shame, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, man. You come out here with the BS, we got to put it to shame, man. We're gonna break your follow ground up with the hammer. Wham! Man.
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
Their righteousness is of me, because he planted that spirit in us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that rock. That's that rock putting the spirit in us, man. Yahawashi. All right. So that's why we're able to get out here and do what we do, because we're not doing it on our own. We're doing it because Yahawashi got us doing it.
And for you simples out there, we're not saying a specific rock. We're not saying a real rock. That's what it is, a metaphor?
Personification.
Personification, man. So that's all we're saying, man, because Yahawashi, he set that example before he left, and we supposed to be following behind that example, man, because he was that ultimate perfect man that was on the earth, man. He says, mark the perfect man. So that was Yahawashi. Now the spirit of Yahawashi is dwelling on the apostles, man, and they following after that same example that Yahawashi left. So we follow in pursuit after them, man, following that righteous path, man, just as them. That was all.
Precept?
Yeah.
All right.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. 2. Lift thee up a banner upon a high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them.
Right. Yeah, we'll start it off with Lee. That high mountain is America. Why don't you break it down? Go ahead, bro.
All right, that high mountain is talking about is America. All right. And it says,
right, and the voice that we exalting is this. And we doing it through our own voice. All right.
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble. So we're shaking the hand at the children of Israel, right? And to recruit them that they may go up to the gates of the noble, which is like the Illuminati, right? Until they govern these courthouses, all right? And rebuke them, rebuke the wicked.
Basically teaching our brothers to be apostles, to be what? Sent out. That's it. You teach each brother to each one reach one, teach one, and then you teach a brother that can teach like you. So that he may teach others. And the only place to do it is in the markets, and in City Hall, and you know, in the gates of their nobles.
All right, brother.
All right. You can bring that out up.
Psalms 119, verse 144. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding and I shall live.
God, give me understanding and I shall live, man. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our time once again. You know, because we in those times, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that knowledge and wisdom, man, what do you have? You don't have nothing. You have no type of guidance in during these times, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't lean upon yourself. Scripture clearly says lean not into thy own understanding. You know what I'm saying? You got to lean on Yahawashi. Ask him for everything. Ask him to direct yourself. Ask him to direct your paths, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you do nothing of your own.
That what Solomon did. That what King David did. That what all the prophets did. They asked for that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. They asked for that breath of life.
All right, you go first.
This is on Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
The poor man's wisdom is despised. That take you back to Sirach. When a rich man speaks, man, you know our people be going over to hear what they got to say. They'll off him to the moon and back, man. But when the poor man got something to say, who is that man? What does he have to say? What does he know? Because they feel like he's a lesser statue of themselves. They feel like they can't tell him nothing. They feel like he don't know nothing. All right, because his appearance is not what they seem to be a righteous appearance, man. That's why our people feel like gain is godliness.
Verse 17. The words of wise man are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools.
Solemn assembly. We heard it in quiet. We hear it in the quiet. Solemn assembly, man. This is a solemn call, man. These damn idiots, they go out into wide in the open, praying out in the open. And these ain't, we ain't gonna bring it out, but that scripture where it says the rich man is heard.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, more than the poor man. And the thing about it, the crazy part about it, all right, what is they can tell you all Jay-Z's words and shit. For real. He rapping and shit. You know? But they can't tell you one of these words. Can't tell you now. And then the thing about it is, us coming out here on the highways and byways is like the Sabbath. It's your rest. We're giving you a resting place. Right? Because what did they do on the Sabbath day? They opened the books of the law and read them to the people. And that's what we come out here on the highways and byways to give you that rest. Because the scripture say this is the rest, and we call the weary to rest. People weary. Y'all people weary. Matter of fact, how much time we got left? 2 minutes? Make another clip.